What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Pop Life Toys. Y'all can see somewhat of a clean studio, but it is a wreck as we're getting ready to put in the second part of the AC units. As always, we have our boy Jarhead with us. He just finished his crayon dinner. And special guest, we have Sean of the BVGS, which my package has not shown up yet today, sadly.
I know control.
So it's telling me we're live.
Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of my packages are delayed right now.
Mine's coming from 4 hours away.
Yeah, well, most of mine have to get routed through Portland, and Portland's not doing
in the middle of madness right now. How is everybody doing tonight?
They shut down all the federal buildings, so I got this big message on my UPS tracker or my USPS tracker. It's like may be delayed. I was like, argh.
So how about the fact that Jeff Dunham's packages come from I Kill You LLC or Inc. So yeah, all it shows is the canceled one that your dad messed up, and no other.
I don't know why that one didn't come up.
No other tracking number.
Huh?
No tracking number.
That's weird. I can get it. I mean, the only thing is like I have to like go deep into the UPS software and look it up. It's everyone's like, oh, just get it. I'm like, if it was that easy, I'd have it on an app on my phone. They don't.
So for me,
they make it to where like.
For me, it's that easy.
Well, no, I'm saying like for like the business side, like where everything's like filed and stored, you have to go into like 4 different. Like you have to open up their app. It has to connect. It has to go to global. It has to do all this stuff. Has to load everything up, and it takes literally like 10, 15 minutes. And I've got fiber connection. So,
wow.
Yeah, it is. UPS sucks. UPS sucks. USPS sucks even more.
Hey, in the private chat, send me your address.
Me? Oh.
Yeah. Are you on your phone right now? Yeah.
That too. No, I got my phone right here.
Just text it to me.
Okay.
I thought I had it.
You probably do. It's just somewhere.
Let me see if it's under the BVGS.
Yeah.
You needed pops I had. How about that, everybody?
No.
That'd be one pop that I'd want to get. The Monomonas. I got this the other day at a comic book store. This old pop poster.
Here it is.
There.
Nice.
They gave it to me because it was just taking up space. It's like, cool. It's like, I'll happily take that.
Hey, Jason, did you see Christina's post about pizza earlier?
Yeah, the big boys.
The big shacks?
Yeah. Didn't get out of the house today.
Yeah, you're real funny there, Eric.
You should A-OK it to him, Eric. That'd be hilarious.
Where are all the comments at? Comments.
Oh,
there we go.
I got YouTube up on my TV.
There's everybody. Okay, now I got all the comments up. I was like,
yeah, the best way to do it is, so I'm live on StreamYard on my computer, and then I have YouTube chat popped out over here.
Oh, that's right. There's 2 things. That's right. Hold on. Let me get the YouTube one popped out.
You see him looking up, it's because he's playing PlayStation.
No, I stopped it. I stopped. Now that we're live, I stopped.
Okay, 2 pops. And then we change it to an 8x8. We put it at 2 pounds.
I'm trying to warm up a little bit by putting hot sauce.
How covered up is my label maker right now? Hold on, guys. Okay. It should print. And there it printed. I love label makers. It made life so much easier. That and a good tape gun.
Thanks, Christina, but I don't know why people need a link to mine. I got 3 videos.
Yeah, you should link his Instagram.
Yeah.
He posted.
The only thing that's on mine is like nothing.
No, but on the VVGS page, there's some fire.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put some Kick Me stickers all over it for you too.
Yay!
Oh, you mean the French Kick Me stickers?
Yeah, fragile.
Yeah, fragile.
So UPS or the post office, I'm on daily pickups with them. Everybody that got pops from me Friday, they were ready to go out with the mail Friday afternoon. The sub delivered it to my front porch and left the packages. He delivered a package to my front porch and left the USPS. Hey, you got to mute YouTube.
I know. Sorry. It was slow. I got it.
He left the USPS shipping bag and the box sitting next to it, just sitting there.
Yeah, I saw that picture. Like, what, how, why?
How do you miss that? Why does my camera keep focusing? So, oh, Eric's sending me that Vegeta. I'm gonna waffle it for him. I don't mind running waffles for people, but like I tell them, the only way I'll do it is if it's in my hands.
We need to do a waffle for an arc. I want to do that. Like 25 for 10 people.
Can I run that waffle for you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Send me an arc. Make it a special number.
Huh?
Like make it like 69 or something like that.
I wish I could, but literally we get those labels in and they're already pre-done.
I'm telling him he's got to change mine to Mark 42 and put Iron Man's chest piece in the center of it.
We do special ones like occasionally, like very occasionally.
I can blame Jonathan. That's all I can say, because I got Luke and Han from him and it was all over from there. Where is my remote? I don't know where my remote for the TV is. I can't see it.
I can't find my UV flash. Oh, right in front of me.
Hold on, folks.
Okay. I have to mute this again. Sorry if it like goes crazy. Hold on.
That's cool. What is that, Bakugo?
No. That's Natsu from
Natsu. Todd, he's an awesome voice actor. I've met him. I can't remember his last name. But
yeah, even though this doesn't glow in the dark, those flames, man, if you had a black light on it, it looks sick. I mean,
yeah.
Campbell's, it'll probably run next week sometime.
Detail, man, that is.
She was talking to me about sending a pop in. You know, the extra arc we talked about, so I can send stuff in.
Yeah. Oh.
The only problem is sending one of those back out, I have to put it in a 2-pack box, double box full of bubble wrap, because it doesn't fit in any of my regular boxes.
Yeah. I mean, we got boxes specifically made for that.
You need a single arc.
It's not worth the value, because it still costs. It would still cost
shipping.
It just be because they make them, but it's not. The deal is getting to and constantly getting to, like most people do. One is just it's nobody really does one. One we get ones like occasionally, but most orders that we get are two or more. We just had somebody send in a full set of the Haunted Mansion 2016. Was it the 2016 when they all had the glow in the dark San Diego Comic-Con ones? I can't remember.
I think that was 17.
I need to send you a full set of Star Wars pops.
Yeah, I've had somebody say it once. That was like a long time ago.
Provide the pops for me.
I would. Well, we've had some people talk about doing big things like that, and what we typically do is we put them on like a monthly plan of like sending in like 20 at a time, or a certain number at a time. Because if somebody sent in an entire collection of like 500, we wouldn't be able to get to anybody else's.
Yeah. I might send some pops back with you when you travel up this way.
Huh?
I'll probably send some back with you when you travel this way next week.
Yeah. I mean, that's the best way to do stuff.
Yeah,
So-
we're gonna crush social distancing and just like get really close.
There's,
If you
I
want
am-
to see one of the worst designs for a pop protector, it's that right there.
What is that?
It's from Mighty Hobby Lobby. It's who I got my Natsu from. And it's just a circle with an M in it.
Is that Pop Shield?
no.
It's
That-
just a
Is it hard or is it like rough? I mean, like thin.
When you squeeze to the corners flop,
it's a 5, but it's not the greatest 5.
Yeah.
But here's the deal. The whole reason I say this is a bad design is you just
Looks
press
like Mario.
the circle with a letter in there, right?
Yeah.
This is actually bubbled up. It's like a Snapple lid.
oh,
So you get it closed up, and you got this big hump on top.
and that's why Blucas does so good because he's so tall. That weird depression makes it just flatten out.
Yeah.
I got 400 more in. They're still sitting up in the house in the front entryway. Hey, he showed up.
Yeah, I gotta order some of
It's
those.
a 4-pack. What's up, bro?
What's going on, man? What's up, Sean? What's up, Jarhead?
What's up?
You just stopped communicating. Did you get those pictures I sent you?
What? Yeah. I
It
was
looked
watching
like
the- was
It
watching
looked
the
like I
movie.
halfway knew what I was doing, didn't it?
No, it didn't.
How'd you like my cable management
I
inside of
didn't
the?
like it. Nobody puts a disconnect down on the ground like that, Jay.
It's not on the ground. It's 4 feet off the ground
Why didn't you put it up on the building, not on the post?
because it wouldn't fit in between the gaps. I would have had to mount a 2x4 and put it on a 2x4.
Okay. Don't shake your head at me. You asked me for my opinions. I told you. Your
That's
mounting brackets too. Move that condenser out further from the building.
See how it's got that
It's
bubble?
out as far as it can go because if I move it any further, the back ones don't have anywhere to mount.
Oh.
But it's set at the distance they want it from the building, and I offset it by another almost inch, mounting it on that board. So I wouldn't hit any studs with their brackets. So I took a 1x6 and put it along that whole area and put lag bolts 2 into each stud.
Mm.
And then lag bolted the bracket to it, and then I put some metal tapping screws into the studs through the bracket.
Mm.
So it should hold just fine. Once I got everything tightened down, it wasn't going anywhere.
Good. Jarhead, what was you showing me, buddy?
Oh no, I was
You
showing
not
them I
to.
got that pop back in that pop shield.
Oh,
And
He got a circle with an M on it as a logo.
yeah, it's a circle and it's got an M for Mighty Hobby Lobby.
I'll be honest with you, though. I tend to break more 0.5 pop protectors than I do pop shields. Now, I still break pop shields. They break occasionally.
Can you see
And
how
I
it's
just
all
keep a
bulged
count.
up?
And I'll
Yeah.
email them every once in a while, and they'll just send me some in an envelope.
That's because they put the circle in and then they punched the M into the circle and all it did is bowed out.
Because it heats it up and it shrinks it.
Yeah.
Well, it expands it and then it shrinks it back down.
Oh, I need to
Like
pull
back
those.
when you were in school and you had the Snapple tops. and you
Yep.
pop, pop,
I
pop,
need to
pop.
pull those off of eBay.
pull what off eBay?
The pops that Sean just got from me. He traded me sending in an ARC with my own shipping labels for 4 pops.
Nice.
Yeah.
I work with it.
I might forget a return label, though, since I did pay to ship his to him.
I just want a Jack in the Box.
You want it?
Yeah.
We just had a
What?
In a waffle or an eBay auction?
In a waffle.
It's about dang time. Shared or con?
Shared.
So you still need the con now.
Yep.
He's a sticker whore.
well, rightfully so. We just had a Goku official sticker con one bullshit come through, and it wasn't. People, I don't know if I'm pretty sure the person that sent it to us didn't know because he was very sincere, and we're actually he's going to be sending us the return label. We work with people. If it's not real, you get it from eBay. Hey, instead of like us shipping it back to you, just ship me the return label from eBay, and we'll ship it back. You know, save one little step there.
So
And the guy was like, he's like, for real? I was like, it wasn't even like, I mean, it was a pretty decent fake sticker. It was a re-sticker. Obviously, it was a swap, but with the magnifiers that we have, I can still see that outline of where the shared sticker was.
Yeah.
I'm like, not to mention like the sticker, the new official con sticker was peeling up on two corners. Everybody knows whatever sticker that you get, if it's from the original, it's not going to peel up like that once you first get it. It's just not.
No, after a few years it will though.
No, yeah, we actually just got in. What was it? We got a Count Chocula. Was that 2012? The metallic one.
Yeah.
We just got one of those in to get graded, and we actually, like, the bottom part was like starting to peel up.
Curl.
Yeah. Well, we have a little way. We have some adhesive spray that we like put on a cotton tip, cotton thing, and we'll like do a little work for it, especially if you pay a little extra. We do a little work to like try to get it in a little better condition.
Yeah.
So we set that back down and set it back down.
Very cool.
And it adhered a little better, but
So what do you use for glue to stick it back down?
We have an adhesive spray that what I typically do is I put get one of those little ramekins and just put the spray in the ramekin, a little like dish, and let it kind of like pile up a little bit, and then take a Q-tip, and then just take the Q-tip and put the Q-tip right on the back of the sticker, and it'll have enough of an adhesive to like push it back down on there. So you're not spraying the box or anything. You're taking it right precisely to where it needs to be. So.
Yeah,
And
you get enough on the tip, and you can get it to stick down.
Yep.
That's what she said.
But we help out with stuff like that. I mean, it's still going to get deducted for the sticker having that little curl to it, but better that it's a little more set down, so when we actually like encapsulate it, it won't be in that weird awkward position.
So when you encapsulate, Sean, you put two pieces together like this, or does the pop slide in and then? And I'm not
say yet.
Okay,
can't say yet. But it is two pieces.
Okay, my biggest like the new pop armors.
Yep.
Very
let out the air.
They're snug.
Yep.
And I tell you what, man, there's a few times I've gotten a little bit antsy. Thought if I fuck up my pop, I'm gonna go sideways.
Yep. We have what we do. The great thing about what we have done is we've calculated for that, and we added just enough space on the one side, like literally an extra millimeter, and that was it, just to allow for that to slide in properly.
Yeah, and I always go, so sometimes you gotta massage the top a little bit because the edge of the box from the window might and I don't want any goof.
Yeah, I'm always careful. You got to hold that side when you're sliding.
Yeah.
So can I tell them how your pop protectors go together?
Huh?
No, don't tell me.
Can I tell them how your armors or whatever they are go together?
Mine?
Mm-hmm.
You don't know?
Yeah, I do.
How do you know? I mean, we seal them. There's two pieces.
Some older ones that weren't glued the best. You could see it.
Well, I mean, there's two pieces to it, and it's got a base to it, but that's it. I mean,
is it sealed underneath that base? Like, is that base sealed too? That your labels sit between? Okay, I didn't know that.
Yep, it's all complete. The older ones were a little. We didn't have the right adhesive or the right compound. We now have the compound that we now have is literally an acrylic compound that's liquid acrylic, and when it adheres to it, it bonds it all back into one piece.
So if you have to take one out,
we have a special way that we get it out.
But can you put it back in, or is that one destroyed?
It's destroyed. It is destroyed, but it is completely safe to get the pop out. Zero damage to it.
Awesome.
So we definitely thought about that. That was another thing. I mean, the case itself, or the capsule is what we call it. The capsule itself is designed specifically that way. And because we've now been able to, because we're doing 6 inches in 2-packs here soon, we actually just placed order for them to. So we're getting 50 of each in. Probably I won't even say when because I don't even know how the shipping is going to be. But once they come in, we're definitely going to announce that. And we got people that are wanting to get those done. But as soon as those get in, but since we figured out that it works on all the different sizes and everything, we actually we're applying for a patent for the whole system now. So
Nice.
once that's applied and done for, I'll happily start talking about it because if anybody uses it,
Yep, you get paid.
oh yeah.
That's a expensive way to get somebody to stop, though.
Yeah.
We just put it that way. When I was in the holster game, the guy that started making Kydex wallets had the patent on it. And he sued and he won and nobody ever paid. People kept making.
Yeah, it depends on if you want to go down the path. It mainly is to protect IP. And if some big company tries to do it, you could just because most big companies like even Funko only has like 2 or 3 copyrights and patents. I don't think they even have a patent. They have copyrights, and the biggest the copyrights that they have is for a male character and a female character and their name. That's it. But because of trademarks, it comes down to the fact of, all right, do you have sales? Can you prove your sales? If you do, then it's protected. So the whole thing, like with everything that we do, everything's protected, but you have to wait for those official registries and everything, and that could take months, if not a year. A patent can take almost a year and a half, 2 years. It's crazy.
Jarhead,
He's making a hot sauce shot.
Crazy.
what the hell are you doing?
We got a special guest. It's their first time on here with me. They haven't got to see me take a shot.
Oh, you haven't seen this before.
Wait
You
a
were
minute.
at Disney last time he did this.
Did you just put that all in the same cup?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Wait, how?
See, there's all the different. There's the really, really, really hot stuff on top.
But this is the thing I did get in Disney.
Another one.
Is that
This
all
is the
hot
one I
sauce?
brought back with me.
That's not Ahsoka's.
No, I got a
That's
couple while I
Temple
was
Guard.
there. This was the last one that I got that I didn't ship back that I put in my bag because it was smaller.
Yeah, it's a Temple Guard saber.
Yep.
Yeah.
These things are friggin' legit from Disney. I mean, they're insane.
Have you gotten any shipping notification yet?
No, like I said though, they said it takes anywhere from 3 to 4 weeks.
That sucks.
Well, yeah, but the shipping, the price, you can't really beat the price, which was only like, I can't even remember because I sent 2 of them back. But I think next time that I go, I'm just going to straight up bring an extra suitcase, and anybody that wants them, I'm just going to be like, all right, here's the price. I mean, it's not going to be the price that I pay, obviously, because I have to pay for the ticket. I have to wait in the line. And it sucks.
Now, how many sabers can you buy when you're standing at that counter?
Two of each saber per day.
Oh, wow.
That's still like 20 sabers.
Huh?
That's still like 20 sabers.
Yeah. There's 10 different sabers. So next time I go, I'm thinking we're still trying to figure out the specifics of it, but we're gonna try to do that. We're planning on going again when you can actually build your own. We got down there and found out that the build your own was down, and we were pissed. That was like the whole reason that we wanted to go down there.
I want to do it for the experience, but
That too.
I don't necessarily want a collection of build your own sabers. I want
I want one build your own. That's all I want. I want to do it once, and then put like the different kyber crystals in it because those are the only ones that take the kyber crystals. You know.
I told Jason about this. You do know the trick about the kyber crystal, right?
Yeah, you got an RFID that you can swap them up.
Yeah. It's like $10 on Amazon, and then you can just change it.
Yeah, I thought about that, and I found out that, but there is now the big thing is they are different cuts. So each crystal that's different colors, they are cut differently. So you can tell if they've been, painted or what have you.
Yeah.
So But I also found out that people that were saying like it's 1 in 100. We actually talked to some of the Disney people, and they said it's closer to like 1 in 25 for the black one.
But
So
it's still
you can actually get. They changed the rule. It used to be you could only get one color crystal per day per person. Now it's you can get 10 total per day. So whatever you want.
Those things are like
But
20
only
bucks
10.
a piece.
They're like 15.
yeah, but they're
I didn't know
flippable
that.
for like 50.
Yeah, and if you get the black one, you can get up to $500-600 for it. So
Does it really make the red a different color though?
I actually looked that up. I don't think it does. It gives it a different sound effect though.
Yeah.
So it gives it the like super dark. It like crackles. It's like a crackling noise for that. Yes, Christine, I still have Goofy.
Does something happen to you
He
when you
asks me
drink
about
that?
that all the time.
Yeah.
What happens?
You get an endorphin rush.
Oh, hold on.
You get a dump of endorphins after it like builds enough.
I bet your toilet gets a dump of something else.
Yeah, right?
No, it doesn't tear me up.
Do you ever,
Well,
you ever
once
experience
you've
the
gotten used to
flaming
it, yeah.
asshole?
I'm about ready to go get a beer, though. Everybody. Oh, well, I got this right here. I got.
Ugh,
What is that?
Sake.
Oh,
that's good stuff.
I'm glad I missed seeing that. I've seen that enough times.
Ugh. I got some of it in my mustache.
Woo.
I'd be more worried about some of it you got in your mouth.
My favorite one is they make an apple sake. That stuff is friggin' amazing.
What?
Yeah,
Oh, I'd like
apple
that.
sake, like
Cherry
chilled
blossom
apple
pear is
sake.
awesome.
Oh man, I'm trying to find a place down. Since I've moved, I'm trying to find a place that carries it down here now.
Oh, man.
Good luck.
But the other thing that we found out being down there in Disney with all the Star Wars stuff is like everything's. The last time I went to Disney, I kind of was they were kind of like starting to do the app process where you could do everything by phone. Everything down there now is done on the app, especially with all the stupid virus shit. Everything is done on the app. You have to order your food on the app. You have to order drinks on the app. You have to do everything on the app, and then you have like a specified time that you have to go and pick stuff up. So like the blue and green milk, like you had to buy it on the app, and then you had like a set time that you came to go and pick it up. And as soon as you got there, they would call your name as soon as you got there. So like only a certain number of people are up. It's good once you know that, but it was.
Explain. I've heard people talk about it. Explain this blue and green milk.
The blue and green milk. The blue milk came from, I believe it was A New Hope, which was on Tatooine. Tatooine, if I'm correct. Yeah, Tatooine, where it was off of the big like yak-looking things. And that was funny because the entire thing was just. They literally had like one of their like wives who was doing a Tupperware party. Literally just filled the farmhouse full of Tupperware. But that's where the blue milk came from. The green milk supposedly comes from, I think it was the 8th or 9th movie, which was with Rey and Luke and these like big beasts that were sitting on the cliffs of the island. Those creatures were the ones that gave the green milk. Now, to see what they actually are, that was like the history behind all of it. What they actually are is you can get the non-alcoholic versions, which is like they're really good. It's like a mixture of like a bunch of different berries and like pineapples and guava juice and like all this other stuff. But I definitely recommend the blue one with the rum. It's friggin' amazing. I could have about 3 of those things and be set. The other one is tequila. I am not a tequila person whatsoever, so it didn't work for me at all. If you're going, I would probably try, like, get 2, get 1 of each. But the blue one with the rum is just, and it's cool because it's also like, it's like an in between a smoothie and a drink. So it's like got ice chips in it. It's actually really good on a hot day. It's really good.
Do you pay for everything through the app too?
Yep.
Ooh, We got in
Yeah,
trouble
it's
on the cruise
dangerous.
with that. We had everything linked to a card.
Oh,
You'd
it's
scan your
even more
bag.
dangerous when you can do it. You know those wristbands that you have. You can link everything to your wristband. You can have your card, your credit card hooked up to that thing before you even go, and just boom, charge.
And you get
No.
back home that night and you look and you're like, oh my gosh, what did I
Yeah.
spend?
Oh well,
Yeah,
I mean, like I said,
Those
it's
wristbands are awesome too because they work for the room
fast
service too.
passes.
Yep.
Well, your phone does too. So when I was there, we got stuck on the big Star Wars ride, the like one that's like I can't remember what the name of it is, but it's like the one that's really long. It's got like 2 or 3 different phases of ride in it, which is really cool. We actually got stuck in it, which kind of sucked, and they had to like take us out the back way. But they gave us like, what they did is they gave us like a little fast pass credit, but it's not a fast pass because they weren't doing fast passes down there during this whole thing. But it was like it was a re-entry. That's what it was. It was a re-entry. And whenever you come back later and everything's up and running, you can do a re-entry and get right back in.
Is that the one where you're supposedly trying to escape from the base?
Yep.
It's like you're in the cart and the cart moves around and
Oh, it's crazy. It's really and you have to get on the app and you have to get a loading party. And those things, like there's like I want to say like 40 or 50 different loading parties, and they only come at 10 o'clock in the morning and 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And if you don't load that app up right then and there to get in one of them, it's as quick as friggin' Funko stuff. Like we got in and did it like at like 2. We missed the 10 o'clock one because we're like, oh, it's 10:02 and look, all gone. We're like, what?
Yeah,
So
I
we
missed
got on at like
the Funko Wing
for like
drop.
10 seconds and got like loading group 50.
Oh, speaking of Funko, Jason did pop. Did you get the metallic Mr. Sinister on the Funko app or the Funko shop?
What you talking about, Willis?
They dropped metallic Mr. Sinister on Funko.
You got it at Walmart.
No,
Yep.
that's a different one.
It is?
Yep. This is a metallic version.
All I wanted was the Freddy.
The Walmart's a metallic.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, then I'm going to have two.
That's all I wanted. And I had 2 of them in my cart. And I went to check out, and Shopify Pay failed, or Apple Pay failed the first time. And then it tried to go the second time, and as it was going, it said sold out. I'm like, son of a...
I had everything in my cart. I had everything. I had a Freddy. I had the Magneto. I had all that stuff in the cart, and one by one, sold out. Refresh, sold out. Refresh, sold out. Refresh, sold out. Refresh, sold out. I was like, I'm out. I don't even care. I was like, there's nothing that I really wanted anyway. I was just trying to get them for people that I knew.
It's kind of hard to see with all the reflections.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's why my
you-
light's
yeah.
over here, and you only see half my face lit because the camera doesn't have an actual light pointed on it.
well, the way I figure is it's probably a good safeguard because it'll probably get here before Walmart's does anyways. And then if the one from Walmart's damaged, I'll just have them refund me the money.
Is it sold out?
Can you see
The
his
last time I checked Walmart, it was.
web
No,
behind
he's
him?
a Funko one.
I don't know. I got it right off the Funko app.
Huh.
So if you've never seen this Spider-Man out of box, this is one of my favorite Spider-Mans they've released because it's so different. The box lunch pizza delivery man.
See, that's what I missed too. I don't have a box lunch near me at all or anything anymore. This is what stinks about being down here now. I used to have like 2 box lunches, 4 hot topics up in Columbus where I was. Down here, I'm like, I have nothing around me anymore.
So he's got his web behind him.
Jason's
That's
got
cool.
extra of those. Don't let him fool you, Sean.
Oh, I don't need any. I don't need that.
He doesn't do Spider-Man.
So, honestly, one of the ones I think that Funko should make for Spider-Man, and it is one of the more horrible Spider-Mans, but they need to make the one where Tobey Maguire comes out after getting all slicked up in his suit and everything, and he's doing like
Like
that.
super slick back
dance.
there.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got his arms back and he's like dancing for the chicks
God,
and everything. That needs to be.
That was so horrible.
Exactly. That's why it needs to be a Funko Pop.
Like I remember seeing that in the theater and just cringing, going, "Oh no, you cannot." And what was it, Topher Grace to do Venom? Come on.
So
you picked the little kid from that 70s show to be a. Come on.
I think I have
one movie to fail.
After that one, and it's mine.
Have you seen that new Hot Topic exclusive Batman that's coming out?
Yeah, the one with the
twice.
And I missed it when it opened up for pre.
I'll get it and probably the Chase the day it drops.
I'm trying to sweet talk. I'm trying to figure out what I can give my Hot Topic manager to help me.
I just sweet talk. I just sent him a text. Hey, what came in today?
Yeah, but
people don't realize. I'm like, that's how it all works. That's how it all works.
You got there,
and he only had 3 of one of the pops. I only took 1.
I gotta be nice because she helped me out.
No, exactly. When I was a manager at GameStop, are you kidding me? Come on,
dude. The manager at my GameStop, the one that no longer works there anymore, I pre-ordered Destiny 2, and it came with the little Cade figurine.
Yeah,
the Cade 6 figurine. I went in to go pick it up. We don't have those. What do you mean you don't have those? Oh, that was a random thing. Only like 6 people got those. I'm like, no, everybody got them. I found
you got them in the back under all your promo stuff.
I found out that manager had like 20 of them in the back, and he took them all home for himself.
Dude, now I would take the stuff that didn't sell, like fig pins and stuff, because fig pins when they first came out, nobody knew what they were, nobody cared about them. I went into my place and I was like, there literally was like a pile of them. I was like, they're like, yeah, that was old promo stuff. If you want it, you can have it. I was like for real? They're like, yeah, it's stuff that we either like forgot to give to people when they got the games, or stuff that's come in and they never like gave it out. I was like, wow. So now I know what happened to all that stuff. They just forgot that they had it. But like, yeah, when Chases came in, now I will say I did pre-order myself. Pre-ordered everything that had a Chase. So if a Chase came in, I got it. But and now I did I did have 4 or 5 customers that were Funko people. I would tell them like, hey, if you pre-order it, the Chase goes to the people that have pre-orders.
Oh.
Whoever pre-orders first, the first one to come in, if there's a Chase and we have it, you get to decide if you want it or not.
That's fair.
So in March, I got a Darth Vader Christmas glow chase.
Yep.
Because my GameStop manager had it in the back for himself and finally decided he didn't want to buy it.
Yeah.
All y'all drinking all that nasty alcohol, and I'm drinking good for you.
Hey, mine's not alcohol.
I hate you.
Hey, if you guys don't like sake, I don't know what's wrong with you.
I like sake too, buddy.
Sake's good, especially if you can get some good hot. It's great. Certain sakes are great hot. Certain ones are really good chilled. It gets you drunk faster, I think.
The dry ones you want hot.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Jameson.
Nice. I was gonna say I got the Sam Adams Oktoberfest that finally just came out. That's one of my favorites. So happy. I go from Oktoberfest to Cold Snap, and I brew my own occasionally, but
we have this place here called Lycian Brewing Company, and they do this stuff. It's called they have 2 different ones around this time of year that I love. One's called Night Owl. It's a pumpkin allspice. I mean, it tastes like pumpkin pie basically in a beer form. And then they've got another one called the Pumpkin King, or no, Pumpkinchino Pumpkin King, and it basically tastes like a pumpkin mocha latte thing from Starbucks. It's just chocolatey. It's got the pumpkin, the cinnamon. It's awesome. And I think they're both around like 9% alcohol.
Oh, yeah, loaded.
You know what's sad? You know what the best
20.
The best store-bought beef jerky I've found comes off my Matco truck. This stuff is amazing.
I'll be right back.
Off the Matco truck?
Yeah. He likes it, so he stocks it. One of his guys, his customers knew a guy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's not FDA approved.
Either that or this is the brand that Matco carries. I can't remember. It's Gold Rush Farms in Ohio.
So the jerky truck shows up and he sells tools too.
No. It's easy to miss the jerky when you walk into all the glow of tools. Their new colors, they just literally call fluorescent.
Wow.
What is that?
All right. We don't have any ATF people in here, do we?
Mm-hmm.
What?
ATF agents in here?
Oh, hey, what we got here?
So
is it clear?
It's clear. And I did this so it fools people because I don't want to get in trouble. I took one of my old Smirnoff bottles.
There you go.
And I took it to my buddy's distillery.
Moonshine
doesn't. This is just enough watered down so that it's not medical grade.
Yikes.
Yeah. Like moonshine is like 98%. This is like 99.9%. And it hurts when you drink it.
That'll cure Corona right there.
I was gonna say, if I go upstairs and go to my fridge, I could pull out my mason jar for my brother. Well, brother-in-law, but yeah.
I had a mason jar that sat in my holster shop for 2 years, and everybody would taste it. I said, smoothest moonshine you'll ever taste. It was the 13th mason jar off the still. And God, you could drink it, and you get just a little bit of burn, but it was so smooth.
There's so much alcohol in this. This little thing in the top, it's dried out. That's why it was so hard to get off of here.
Wow.
Because the alcohol pulls the moisture out. And let's put it this way. I've had maybe 2 or 3 shots out of this bottle. That's all evaporation.
Oh.
It's there.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I was gonna say they started at around like 140, and they tried to get it down to about 100 proof is where they tried to get it at. And when I first got down here, I'd go out with them, and they're like, "Oh yeah, hey, this is what we're doing," and I'm like, "Mother of gosh!" Like I couldn't stand for anything when I first got down here. Like 2 or 3 months later, now I'm like, okay, like I can actually tell where stuff is, and I can make it into a round or two of tasting. But when I first got down here, I'd be like, "Look," and I'm like, "Whoa!"
What gets you in trouble though is when they make it like peach cobbler or apple pie.
Yep,
it's sweet and it tastes good,
so good,
and you can chug it and
that was the problem. So when I was still in the military, I always would have a flask with me at balls and everything. I had a flask full of apple pie.
If nobody knows what balls is, that's midnight, by the way.
Yeah. So so I went, and my buddy was like, "Oh, hey," and he opened it up and went glug glug. He went glug glug. That. I said, "Dude, go sit down." And this was a lieutenant. I was like, "Lieutenant, go sit down."
He didn't know what it was?
No. I was like, "Lieutenant, what the heck did you just do?" He goes, "Well, I had a hit." I was like, "Lieutenant, go sit down."
Glug glug is not a hit.
I was like, "Sir, no offense. You got 5 minutes.
You're about to get dirty if you don't sit down."
Even my wife at the time went over to his wife, and she's like, "Look, he needs to not be talking to anybody for a good little while.
He needs to be in quarantine."
"What the heck did you give me?" I said, "Take a sip." I was like, "A sip, man, a sip." And he goes, "But it tasted good." I was like, "A sip." And 5 minutes later, he was like,
"Yeah."
So
I was like, dude.
in high school, we used to make hunch punch. We'd start by floating a watermelon with vodka.
Ugh.
And we do the oranges in Bacardi 151, the sugar-free Hawaiian punch, and then we top it off with a bottle of Everclear, and it's in like a 5-gallon Gatorade jug.
Yeah, I joined the Sunrise Club, which was you have 10 guys and you have to go through an entire 5-gallon cooler of that.
I used to like to eat the oranges
And
at the
stay up the whole night until you went to Waffle House in the morning when the sun came up.
Good old Waffle House.
By about
nothing better than Waffle House at 2 a.m. when you've been drinking.
No, we had to go through. We had to go all the way through the whole night and stay up. That's why it was called the Sunrise Club. You start out with like 20 people, but only like 5 to 10 people make it through. And
what's
like,
up, Jerry?
oh,
hey, Eric,
it gets
Nashville,
so
right?
bad. Like you're just sitting there like, I don't even know like what's going on anymore.
What's up, Jerry?
Yeah, man, I shouldn't have done that. All I did was take a little tiny sip off that bottle.
Not
my
to
tongue,
the distillery, but
the hot sauce.
I'm feeling it.
That
I went to school in Nashville.
So my brother did an Everclear challenge.
Why?
Shots. He made it to 8. So my brother in high school had the hair that made ladies just take their clothes off. My brother was the man whore of the high school. And he had the hair that did the flip in the front. And it was just like perfect hair. He shaved his head. So he lost. He got 8 shots in and was done. Our friend Alex, who has now calmed down, he was in the Coast Guard. He might still be in, wife, kids. He got to 9 shots, and they were in the local Walmart parking lot of the rival high school. Starts talking trash to one of the rival guys, goes to punch him, falls backwards, busts his head open. 9 stitches in the back of his head, or staples in the back of his head. But he won.
The stupidest thing I ever did was Bacardi 151. This was, of course, while I was in the military. And I was at a party, and somebody said, oh, Bacardi 151 is not flammable. And because I had literally just taken a shot and hadn't even swallowed it yet, I had a lighter. I was like, tapped him on the shoulder, and went, click. So I lost my eyebrows.
Shocker.
I went into school because I was still in school. I was in A school back then. No eyebrows. And my instructor goes, so what'd you do this weekend? I was like, I proved a very valid point. And he goes, I mean, he obviously knew I was old enough to drink because most people in school weren't even old enough to drink because most are like 18, 19. So they laughed it off because I was 22 at the time. And he goes, I was like, I proved a point. And he goes, well, that's good. And he goes, what was the point? I go, that Bacardi 151 is flammable. And he goes, well, yeah. And I go, well, the other person didn't believe it. He's like, you dumbass.
So huge shout out. I was going to show these off. I got a letter in from Peacock. That's his new sticker. His last one was Batman.
Who is it?
Peacock 22, Patrick Hawkins. So he sent me 2 of them.
Jay just got a letter.
I did.
Got a letter.
But what's cool is last time he sent it with 4 extra of the stickers, but he uses the dinosaur stickers because of Lucas.
Shishkers? What's a shishker?
The
stamp.
Yeah, we call those stamps up here.
Oh, there's
Stay tuned. We're getting pin stickers and microfiber cloths.
Oh, very cool. Now, can I use any microfiber cloth to clean those?
Yeah, the ones that we get though will be better.
Yeah,
but
will they have your like logo and stuff on them? Yeah, very cool.
And I think the cloths are only going to be $5. I think the cloths are only going to be $5.
What are they going to be included with the purchase of an arc?
We're working on that for an arc, probably.
So you'll send me something to show off.
Of course.
No, I'll show you mine when I get my
But no,
custom
we're
If
also
you
numbers.
getting
look over
gloves.
there at the
We're
very
getting microfiber gloves with our logos on them too.
at the very top of the top pin board, right there, we have Luau and Gasselcast. I'm trying to add more YouTuber pins to my pin board, but I don't have a lot of them yet.
That's what ours is going to look like.
That's awesome. Yeah, I need one.
Did you get?
Yeah, there it goes. Yeah, I think the pins are going to be. Pins might be $5-10. I have to
Oh,
look and
look.
see what we paid.
There
Who
goes
designed
Jerry
your
again.
sticker?
Jarhead.
Huh?
What is it?
Telling Jason with a Y. Oh, you're gonna love my new logo, the stickers and the pins.
Yeah, I need one of your old stickers again, Jerry, too, because my old table I was
I get
filming
nothing,
on
Sean. Nothing.
like fell through the middle. Hey, if you don't shut up, I'm gonna mail you a chomp pin.
I don't want a pin.
I know. He's
You
a,
know
I got a
what
new
you
list
want?
that I got to fill up.
he's a completionist. Outside of the metallic cereal monsters, he's missing like 3 things.
I got
He's
a new
got
list for my
Pez, cereal, sodas,
for the ad icons.
Vinyls, 10-inchers.
We've
I
been
got
getting
'em all.
people asking about 10-inch pops grading them. I'm like, no.
Yeah, remember when we did somebody and we had already talked about it. I thought that's just crazy.
I keep saying no, and more people are asking about it. I'm going, crud, now I'm actually going to have to look into it.
Oh my heavens!
I got one dude that wants to do like 20 of them.
10-inch pops. It's gonna be like a rolling suitcase for the Ark.
Well, you know, if you do 50 pops, Sean will drive to you to pick them up.
Yeah.
50 or more.
Yeah. If that's why we try to tell people, like, if you've got like a group or a like a Funko group or something, if everybody's paid beforehand, we'll come out there and drive out there and pick them up.
I don't know what I think I might send my Flock Tony and my metallic toucan first.
So he's going to do a waffle for an Ark.
Yep.
He's going to send me an Ark to put in a waffle. I need my next Ark to be Mark 85 battle damaged. And it had like the cuts and tear stickers all over it.
We had somebody when we were first doing this. It was a female. She put Swarovski crystals all over her entire thing.
Wow.
So I luckily have the 42, which I got from John.
Yeah.
I have the Mark 42 Iron Man hot toy as one of the only Iron Mans I held on waiting for the new ones to come out. At one point, I had 14 Iron Man hot toys, including the tank from Iron Man 3 with the fire missile shooting out of his chest that looks like a body part.
You should just have somebody hydro dip the Ark so it looks like the Iron Man armor.
We've thought about doing this is crazy. I was joking around with it, and then people actually really wanted me to do it, and I'm still trying to work on one. Battle damaged ones, and like I'm still seriously considering it.
I want the first.
I know you're probably the 8th person to ask. The first person is Chris Sabat, who kind of gave me the idea like a year and a half ago. And what we would do is we take all the ones that we get in that are damaged, like from China, and I'm still trying to work on it, but to the tune of blowtorch and actually working it like art and working on it.
A lot better.
What's that?
Soldering gun works a lot better.
Yeah, that's why I'm still trying to figure it out, because some of them have already cracked. So if I can just like heat them up and like bend them out and make it look like, anime blast or something hit it and stuff like that, and the grades would be BD for battle damage, and we would literally just like destroy the pop. I mean, it would be just like look like it got burned through and everything like that. I'm still working on it. I'm waiting for like a week of downtime to do something like that. Haha. But Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, that's not going to happen unless you hire somebody.
See,
Yeah.
Pop, what you need one of these pens right here.
No.
Yeah.
No
Hey,
big
I
pins.
have like 40 of those that I
No
want to
big
get rid
pins.
You
of.
know what these are selling for? If they have this on the back, do you know what they sell for?
Nah,
What?
I don't
Like
want to know.
$160.
I don't
I
want
had
a fake pin.
24 of them.
Yeah, they're selling for like $160.
No fake pins.
17 of them had that on the back of them.
What do you mean 17?
Of those pins, they had 2 variants on the back.
I don't want any fake pins. None.
I got a couple of big ones that I put on my my main vest. So
No fake pins.
The All Might Deku and Endeavor.
was it no? It was Broly.
Oh,
And
DBZ.
I got the New York Comic Con All Might, the New York Comic Con stickered Funimation exclusive All Might, the glitter one.
Yeah, I wanted to get that one, but people wanted way too much for that one.
How much is that going for? Just out of curiosity.
The big New York Comic Con one.
Yeah.
I think it's like $80 or something now, or
Wow.
it's gone down. It was big time. I think it was like $200 and some odd in the beginning.
See, I mean, I got a couple. I thought they were neat when they first did it, and then I was like, I don't need another Vice right now.
Yeah, I had a bunch of them, and I'm done. I got the Toy Story 400-piece gold set and 16 logo pins, which I sold for almost $900 on Macari. That's about what I had in them. So I'm like the fastest shipper on eBay. Literally, I just got a sales notification, and I'm boxing it up right now.
You got a thermal printer?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
and software. I got a notification. It showed up. I put in the weight. Click.
I gotta get all those Marvel ones up. I'm gonna do that. I think with the sale of all of those, I'm gonna get my PlayStation 5. I think that's what I'm gonna do for it.
What kind of Marvel pops you got?
Huh?
X-Men.
Nothing special. It's just like the Magneto, Professor X. It's like they're like $30-$40 ones, but I got
The
like
new line?
20 of them now. The older ones.
He likes the X-Men. He might buy them all.
Okay.
So he bought the graded Goonies that I got from Jonathan the Waffle. He just bought them outright.
27 times I've asked him not to put me on blast. He does not understand what that means.
But no, I got like it's like Professor X, Magneto, Psylocke, Chrome Colossus, Kitty Pryde, stuff like that. Nice solid $30-$40 ones, but I got like 20 of them.
You say you're getting out of them, but you literally just bought 2 from me.
No. Logan and Wolverine is something different. That is a specific character. So
what about Cyclops? You got the old Cyclops?
Yeah.
Masked and unmasked?
Masked, not the unmasked. I probably sold like 3 or 4 of the unmasked ones that actually had the stickers and everything. That was when I was first getting the company started. When I first I sold about a quarter of my entire collection to get the company started.
Yeah.
That was one thing like a lot of people didn't realize is I sold a Game of Thrones set minus like headless Ned Stark. I sold my entire Game of Thrones to get my company started.
Wow.
Back when it was worth something.
Back when they were actually worth something.
Yeah.
Before the
before they
horrible
crashed.
happened.
Yeah. So that was like a year before the end, and I got about $3 or $4 grand for all of them, and that was enough to get my first order in for like 100 capsules and everything.
So you got a better end of the deal.
Yeah.
So it takes a lot of money management to keep this going, I'm assuming.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of I mean, it's a business. It is a business. This is all I do now. This is I make literally probably enough to just keep everything going right now, which is good. And I've almost hit a year mark. I stopped working my normal job September of last year and just said I was going for it. And is literally just enough to pay the bills and everything right now. So it pays the bills and it keeps product, keeps getting resupplies and everything in. So, and with this new addition of this, the signature stuff that we're doing, that's actually our big thing that's starting to give us that extra money to now
Signatures are where it's at.
Huh?
Signatures are where it's at.
Yeah. And people love it. That's what's on on our channel right now, the 2 most recent videos, and we do $10 a piece for each item, and you get a video. I mean, it's 100% guaranteed signature because you got the person on video signing it. There's nobody else that does that right now. They may do the live things where it's live, but once you've done that, where's that video go? Nobody's got it anymore. So ours is live. We record it live, and then everything just we put it up on YouTube right now. We've got the Chris Sabat and Cynthia Crayons. Sorry, Cynthia Crayons. The 2 signings that we did, and we've got a couple more that we're lining up right now, and that is, because we charge a fee to go out to see the people. Obviously, for the private signing, we set up the private signing. Then it's so much per thing, but when it's all said and done, you're still when you pay $80 to $100 for a signed Christopher Sabat, that's why, and it's a good deal. I mean, those things. We've got one that we're lining up for November that's going to be over 200 items. So
wow.
I can waffle Chris Sabat stuff very easily.
I don't have any of it. See, that's the thing. None of it is mine. None of it is. We have other people that sponsor them. So people that can't, like that, if they have families or something, they've got the money to get it done, but they don't have the time to actually go out and see the people. Well, we have got the connections to dozens of voice actors. We set it up. We go out there. We do all the work. We do all the lead work, and then we just send everything back, and they do all the selling. So we're not getting any bias towards doing any sales or anything, because we don't sell pops. We don't do any of that. We straight up just do the grading, and that's another thing we get asked all the time. Oh, how much for all these pops? I'm like, we don't sell. Those are just things that customers have sent in that have gotten done. So.
What about Peter Cullen?
Huh? Oh man,
Peter Cullen.
I don't have him. I bet some of the people that I know would know him. So if I sent them a message, I might be able to get him. But again, we do it for stuff like that. We need a minimum of 100 signatures for anything.
Well, when you get Robert Downey Jr., let me know.
No,
Yeah.
don't change the subject. Don't, Sean, disregard what he just said.
Yeah.
I need to know how much for Peter Cullen to do my voicemail.
When I was around doing that, most of the time, most people for voicemails, they charge between $40 and $50.
Done. In a second.
Depending on how busy they are. Because I've got 2 or 3 different voicemails from different guys that whenever I meet them, I have them do stuff for us. Right now, I think we've got Josh Martin on my phone right now doing Boo from Dragon Ball Z.
Cool.
So it's fun when people call me and I'm like, send them to voicemail.
Yep.
So real quick, we got 10 in here right now. I mentioned Thursday nights live. Can anybody tell me what I told y'all was going to happen tonight?
Campbell's.
Uh-oh.
Can anybody tell me what I told y'all was going to happen tonight?
No.
You were giving something away.
Exactly. We're back to the sporadic giveaways.
I win, right?
Do what?
I won.
No.
Because you remember.
Guessed it.
You guessed it. Correct.
This game sucks.
Yeah, why don't I ever get anything when we're the ones with the
With
things?
the answers.
Yeah.
When you answer something correctly, you usually get something.
I've given up on that.
This guy changes the
That
rules.
sounds more like a
All
Mary.
right, here's what you got to do. Hold on. Wait for it. Everybody's got to go to that video. Don't put the space in there. It always does that crap. Pop Life Toys sent me. No hashtag. It'll take it out. And subscribe to him. He's at 199 subs. Let's get him over 200.
Me too. I'm at 199 on YouTube right now. Anybody want to be
Tell me
200?
it's your video.
Oh, it is?
So,
It's your Sabat signing.
That's awesome.
It's not. Take the space out of it. YouTube won't do it for some reason.
So I was sitting there for a second, like I was rolling my brain. I was like, Cynthia Kranz. I know
We
that
don't
name,
expect
I know that
like
name,
a
I
lot
know
of
that
fun
name.
stuff.
So now I need to send you something because I need a signature on that one.
She's an easy one, dude. She's easy. I get her. We actually just did. We just graded one for her. So when next time I'm out in Dallas, I could literally stop by her place and be like, "Hey, I need this," and she'd be like, "Cool."
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
I mean, when I go out to Dallas,
LVD
like
used to rub
there's
in my
enough
face
people.
because he got this sign, and I was like, "What?" Because I love Botan, man. She is like an awesome
Also
character.
Chi-Chi.
Because
Botan and Chi-Chi.
yep.
She's awesome. We worked with her. She's awesome. We're working on Oh, see, I'm good with the character names. I'm still trying to learn their actual names. Like Android 17, I think Android 18. I'm not sure about that one. But Frieza. There's Pensacon. When Pensacon happens here next, I've got a group of guys that I think I'm going to be going with to that are going to be doing some stuff, and I'm hoping Johnny Young Bosch is going to be there, who was the Black Ranger, who did Bleach, who did Ichigo on Bleach, and he also is now the new voice of Broly. So I'm going to try to work to try to get him kind of in this whole thing too, and you can kind of tell which people are going to be into it and which ones aren't. I've talked to him before, and he was really on board, and it was kind of like a pre thing, like we weren't quite doing it yet. The last time I saw him, that's what I've got a signed Hollow Ichigo that normally by itself is like $200 something, but now that it's signed, it's crazy how much some of these things go for now.
Yeah, I was super excited that I even was able to, work out a deal with Jason and get just a comment Ichigo off of him.
Yeah, I got that back when it was like $25 for that Hollow one. I was so happy.
I mean, don't get me wrong, the Hollow Ichigo, that's an awesome pop. But to me, just standard Ichigo is so much better than because I mean, we all know how it works in anime. Once they go like Super Saiyan mode, they're unstoppable.
Well, the main reason that this is my knowledge of friggin' way too much cartoon anime information is I follow everything so closely that I typically can know when stuff's going to kick back up because they're starting to redo it. They're wanting to add more. They're starting to restart Bleach and get everybody back in, and they're making more episodes. Imagine, and knowing when certain things are coming out and knowing the voice actors. And I've also been taking voice acting lessons, and I'm starting to meet these people now because of what I'm doing. I've got a couple of things that hopefully are going to be getting set up, like hopefully an audition with Funimation here soon. Cross fingers, knock on wood, and hopefully.
How would you do that on top of your busy schedule?
Yeah. Yeah, it's
fair question to ask.
Huh?
That's a fair question to ask.
Yeah, but that's how I get to meet a lot of these people is knowing them. Chris Rager, who does Hercule, and Josh Martin, who does Boo, they're kind of my coaches, if you will, that kind of got me into it. And they got me into it after going to so many of these conventions where I was meeting and talking with them. And then I ended up at the same bars as a bunch of them. And going to bars with voice actors is great, especially once they start getting drunk.
Oh, I'd love that.
Oh, it's so much fun.
I don't even know the anime stuff, but I'd still like it.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing is it's the voice actors, but then some of the other people. I got to go out with what can't I remember? Michael Rosenbaum and Tom Welling from Smallville. I went out with them one night. That was friggin' awesome.
Cool.
And they're just as normal as anybody else. I mean,
yeah,
they're fun to hang out with, and But I'm trying to think of some other people. I mean, I've just random people. That's yes, yeah. That's for my mom. She collects the diamond editions.
Yours is already packaged. This is our giveaway tonight.
It's a cool pop, man.
It is. They did a good job on it.
They really did.
I like the alien. So let's see how many random comments we have. We already have you over 200. You're at 204 subs.
Oh my gosh, let me go look. Oh yeah, that's what all those emails.
Hold on, he was at 199. We got 6 comments and only 5 people subbed. So somebody didn't sub.
Oh,
or was already subbed.
Or maybe was already subbed. There you go.
I was already subbed.
You made a submarine.
So when you do the signing, will you grade too? Like if they want it graded, will you do a signing with grading? So they send you the pop, you get it signed, and then you grade it.
Yeah, we could do that. That's like you get a discount on the grading if you do that, obviously, because we've already got it. We do that stuff when we know when it's gonna happen. We're completely redoing our website right now. It might be another month or two. I keep saying a month, but realizing what we're going to actually have to do. We're waiting for the 6-inch and the 2-packs to come in. We're wanting those to come in. So once we have those, we can put those up on the new site. But when we do the new site, it's going to be a bunch of stuff. It's going to have conventions that we're going to, since those are finally getting going again, apparently. It's going to have news of where we're going. New items like the 6-inch and the 2-pack, contests that we're going to be having if we ever get on, and if anybody wants us to like go on their channel or something like that, I'm up for it whenever. I don't mind doing like a giveaway or a grading or something for stuff. It helps keep things flowing. Normally it's a 3 to 4 week turnaround for some things right now, just because of, I still probably have 40, 50 things upstairs that need to get done. So but also,
it's taking my stuff to get graded. He's getting busier. So
what's the average amount of time that you spend per pop, Sean?
Oh, there's so many different steps. For one pop, like from taking it out of the box to finally it actually being in its box for return.
No, I mean literally the grading process.
So, to actually grade them?
All the unpackaging is done. The box is sitting in front of you. You start to look at it to do all the basically the authenticating, the checking of the stickers, all that.
Half hour to an hour for me, but that's pretty quick because I know what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
When I first started, it may have been closer to like 2 hours.
Yeah.
And it also depends on the pop. I mean, if it's something that I got to research a little more, if it's commonly known to be fake, like if it was a Leonidas, I'm going to have to research a little bit. I'm going to have to call some people. But again, with stuff like that, also, I've got enough of a log now of knowing what fake ones and real ones are that, like I said earlier, we had a Goku that just came in, the new one, this brand spanking new one. As soon as I hear about fake stickers and stuff, I start documenting stuff. I start taking pictures for everything, start recording all the stuff to just be able to compare it. And as soon as it came in, literally, I opened it. I knew it wasn't good.
Didn't they have 3 or 4 variants on the sticker this year, though?
Depending on where they were made.
Yeah.
Yep. So there are some legit ones and some unlegit ones. The first thing that I look for is that residue, because as much as people think they can clean that up, you won't clean it up. You just won't. There's still going to be a thin outline, and with a magnifier that goes up to 10 to 25x, I'm going to see it. I just am. And that was, I opened it and was like, eh. That was I as soon as I saw it, I was like, eh. And then I got on the microscope and was like, yeah, that's what I figured. But
that's a bummer.
Yeah, well, but also to let people know, we offer a mulligan when getting stuff done. So if something's found out to not be if it was a sticker swap or something, we offer the mulligan, which is, all right, we're going to send this back, or if you got it on eBay, send us the return label. We'll take care of the rest of that. And then you can send something in, but you have to send us something that you is 95% sure that it's real and there's no reason why it shouldn't be.
So don't send you a John Wick Bloody Chase.
Well, I mean, that one I'd even be able to do quick.
See, that's
So I accidentally did something I never do, and I bought a pop from overseas.
Oof.
But it was a George Sanderson from Monsters Inc. Disney Store logoed box. And it was a seller with a ton of reviews. And so I meant to send you the link and say, hey, does this look real? The pop logo looked right. The Disney Store logo looked right. And it was mint.
Have you watched Dr. Applesauce's newest video about PPG?
Oh, yeah. I talk with Dr. Applesauce all the time.
Dude, yeah, that was awesome.
He's part of my kind of
coming around to do that.
He's part of my group of people that I talk to. I got about a dozen people now that I talk to when it comes to certain things. I've got some people that either have the pops or have seen them, people that know what they're looking for now. Since my one back a while ago, I've grown a lot in terms of the community and getting in and knowing people and getting better with people and talking with a lot more people, and a lot of people have then come to me as well. I've got a person who sends grail upon grails, and they're on a cycle. As quickly as I get his art back to him, he sends it right back with, like the ones that I just got from him was the Metallic Count Chocula and the Deathstroke Freddy. I mean, stuff that I have never actually seen. I don't think I've seen a Deathstroke Freddy in person ever before, and that's just normal. It's crazy from when I started to now seeing. I used to get concerned with like a $500 pop. Getting one of those when I first started, I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I don't even need to be touching this. This is that. I got over that like after like 6 months of been doing this. I mean, that's like just common everyday stuff that comes in now. Now I'm getting a little more concerned when it's like a $3,000-$4,000 pop, but to the same extent, we treat it just the same as a $50 one. They all get handled the same way. They get treated the same way.
You graded my Soli when he was $65. He's over 100 now.
Yep.
But I just sent you a link to the eBay thing. I know you can't say yes by pictures, but will you look and see if anything just stands out to you?
Oh, is that you? Let me check here.
Sean, you mentioned Leonidas, and that's on my ever-growing want list. But that's one that, due to its value, I definitely don't want to throw good money at a bad pop.
Well, that's where right now Whatnot comes in good.
Yeah, but Jason mentioned the John Wick Chase, and that's not that expensive. But I don't want to buy a fake one of those either.
How about the Jason Unmasked from 2015 that was faked over and over and
so much, and the pictures that they use are horrible.
And you can get them for like $29.99.
Huh?
You can get them for like $29.99 shipped from China. So I had somebody ask me to send him pictures of the bottom of the box, because that's usually one of the first giveaways.
That barcode is what? That's a sticker.
Yeah, it came out of the Disney Store.
Yeah.
So I bought it specifically because it was the Disney Store logoed one.
Disney Store, Box Lunch, and Hot Topic put different stickers over their barcodes.
Yep. And in wave 2, some said Disney Store and some just said Disney.
Yeah.
Pop Junkie Monkey on Instagram taught me that.
Yeah, it's got a little smudging on the front of it. It's an older one, which was why the pop doesn't have the registered trademark on it, which makes sense. A lot of people don't realize that. They're like, oh, it doesn't have the register thing. Like, dude, they didn't originally have that. They didn't get that till like 2014, 2015.
Well, I mean, I've got Mike and Sully sitting right there, so I know.
Yeah.
And
It looks,
coming back from grading.
it's weird because it does almost look too good, but there are some things on it that are messed up, which is good. I mean, it's just like an old comic book.
You see who sold it. Pop Brick Geek, the dude has 1,500 feedback reviews.
Yeah.
Top rated seller, eBay money back guarantee.
Yeah, I would say it's pretty good then. I mean, and that's the other thing. Consider the source. That's the biggest thing that I always tell people. Consider your source. Where are you getting it? If it's Macari, why? Just don't. Macari's one of those. Don't get something that expensive without any like protection. It's just not worth it.
I buy a good bit on Macari, but most of what I buy is stuff that's not faked or is $78.
Yeah.
So I picked up my Ahsokas. Most of them came from Macari.
Yeah. But back when that was a normal common thing. Not, and the other thing that I always tell people, it's like with the people that say, hey, is this $5 pop fake? I'm like, it's a $5 pop. Why would they fake it? Like, that's the first thing. Why would anybody fake a cheap pop? There's no reason to.
Nope.
So, I mean, do they? Yes. Do I have a box full of them? Yes. I mean, I sit there and we try to buy as many fake pops as we can for decent prices when we can. I've spent upwards of $20, $30 on some fakes sometimes. And we have a wall that we're building of fakes.
Wallet, yeah. When it blows up, and you get this big building, the lobby's got to have the wall of shame.
Yeah, exactly.
All the fakes.
Exactly. And I've got
awesome.
Man, let me tell you, I've got like 30 Dragon Ball Z fakes. Tons.
Why would you fake trash? I don't understand it.
Well, it's you know why. I mean, the biggest faked one out there, which is Planet Arlia, the biggest faked one. And that pop would be worth $5,000 if it wasn't for all the fakes. It would.
Wow.
Which is silly.
That's why people get it off places like Whatnot.
I don't know the story behind that pop as to why the value is what it is.
So here's the whole story as far as I know it.
As a key point in the anime.
Well, the whole reason is Toy Tokyo's first ones, and they only released a certain number at, I think it was New York, if I'm correct, and they were smart. They kept 80% of them, and they've slowly been letting them out into the public.
Funimation.
How are they getting out?
How are they getting out?
It's like the red-eyed Friezas that Funimation's been slowly dropping back into the population.
They're controlling it, and don't kid yourself. They're selling them, and Toy Tokyo is backroom for sales.
I might have had a package delivered. Let me go check.
There's plenty of big toy companies that have like the vaulted stuff and huge rooms full of this stuff. They got back rooms for sales.
Well,
wow, I was about to get mad.
What?
I just tried to bid on the Mr. Freeze. Dr. A's got his auction up.
Yeah.
And it said bid $10, and I hit it. And the instant I hit it, it switched to $34 because somebody bid $34. And I was like, I'm not about to pay $34 for that. And then somebody just bid 50. I was like, whoa.
Sean, we've talked about Clint, Franchise Kicks.
Yep.
And he did a review, a couple different videos where he's ordered some stuff from a company called Toy Drops. And I was a bit skeptical. I ordered, they actually had, so of the Goonies, they had Chunk, Mikey, Data, and Mouth.
Yeah.
All for a reasonable price. they had the All-Star Jordan for what, $40 or something. And so I was a little hesitant, but so the first two that I bought from them was the Step Brothers. I got them both for $70,
Okay.
which was like $22 under PPG. They came in, they look legit. So Clint ordered a couple of the Michael Jordans, said that they looked completely fine. He did the same thing. He got the Step Brothers set, and he thinks that they bought, you know, basically like the Jordans. They bought the rest of what Upper Deck had.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. I mean, you mentioned companies holding stuff back, and so that would make sense. But it's hard to believe that there's pops sitting in cases from 4, 5, 6, 8 years ago.
There still are.
Wow.
There still are.
What you have to remember
there's
is
trading parts out there that you've still got unopened cases of alpha cases from Magic from 30 years ago that haven't been opened yet. They're still out there. Oh yeah.
You've got to remember, and this is one of the things I learned, you know, because I have some friends that work in, you know, like the Hot Topic store, and I've got some friends that work at GameStop and stuff.
Yep.
A lot of times when they get stock, you know, like they'll have these SDCC exclusives come in. Boom, they get their shipment. Hot Topic Corporate has a huge, giant crate full of hundreds of them that they hold because they're going to be damaged. They're going to have to do returns and replacements, all this and that.
Yep.
And after a couple of months, when they don't use up all that stock, they box it back up. They either ship it to Funko or they ship it to somebody who buys the retail excess.
And that's when you start to see a big jump. Yep.
Yep.
That's exactly what happens. And that's like I said, that's true with anything that's collectible. Everybody has to have. They get so much, and they expect so much to be returned as damage. They have to.
Yeah, I think 30% or something like that is the
standard.
Unless you're popping a box and you just don't give a crap. Or you're
popping a box and Big Apple collectibles.
Oh, I hate them. But Entertainment Earth ships in a condom. And I say that because it's one little square bubble wrap and shoves it in a box that's the size of the pop. It's like they put it in a pop stack.
At least it's better than friggin' Walmart that ships it in a friggin' envelope.
Well, and the bad thing is the one My Hero Academia pop that I need to get that I don't have ordered yet for their new drop. The only people who have it available is Big Apple Collectibles and freaking Entertainment Earth, and it's like, no.
Which one?
The Deku with the high school.
Again, thankfully, I'm far enough into this that I've got my suppliers for each of my lines that I don't even. Thankfully, I'm at that point where, because if I was still bogged down on top of everything else, just trying to get comments here and there, I would go crazy. Thankfully, I've got guys that know each of my lines. That they'll literally be like, "Hey, dude, here's your receipt." I'm like, "Cool." I don't even have to. I don't deal with that anymore, which is nice. But I still hunt. I mean, when I know certain people want certain things. I mean, shoot, I was one of the best friggin' hunters when this whole thing was going down when it first started. I was a hunter. I went out all the time.
Found that in the wild the other day.
Shoot, yeah. And where I'm located, there's not a big grouping of pop or anything. Like I went over to Target, and like any of that new Ninja Turtle stuff that you wanted, it was all there.
Oh, like, speaking of which, Jason,
what do you mean new Ninja Turtle stuff?
You're
like
not
the
too big into the line,
stuff
Jason,
or whatever.
but I thought it was kind of cool. I went into my Walgreens because I went to go grab some stuff, and I always walk by the pop section. You know, they got.
I look at all the toys.
They only have like 4 or 5 pops, you know, but it looked almost like a NECA figure for Aang from Avatar, where he was like clear and then he had like the blue stripe and all that, so it would glow under a black light. And I thought it was crazy because I have never seen anything like that. until that I walked in that Walgreens.
So I found the Spirit of Obi-Wan, or whatever they call them, that glittery one, in a Walgreens. I found the OG Ray with BB-8 in a Walgreens. I found another like early one in a Walgreens, and I'm like, what the heck's going on?
I
But
stopped at 2 Walgreens today trying to find that Dracula Dave. I know y'all are gonna laugh at me, but that minion, and because a lot of people are finding it, I haven't seen it yet.
but what I've really gotten into lately, so I love Lilo and Stitch. My wife does too. Jay Funko found this for me. We went on a hunt, so I had a live, and I literally offered a $30 pop reward for whoever found me General Grievous, because I had him, waffled him, and instantly regretted it. And Jerry the Mechanic found it on Let Go locally, and the guy came on live on YouTube to show me the pop, and I cashed after him the money right then. And he comes on every once in a while to say hey. So, but he also found that, which I just thought was super cool. It Stitches Grievous. I love it. So it hangs on my wall of oddities back here. But I love the new black boxes they're doing now. You can line them all up, and they've got that nice glossy finish to them. And Chopper came with the leg that got him in so much trouble and almost got everybody killed. So you got to watch Rebels, Sean.
I will get to Rebels when I'm done with Clone Wars. I do everything in order.
You know
Who
how
was it?
I know Jay Funko found that Stitch for me too. He also found me the Chase 10-inch troll and cases of Venom Mystery Minis and everything else, which is why I sold him one of the Jack Skellington Hot Topics at what it cost me to get it.
Was it on your live, Jason, where somebody was talking about how they had sent out a Boba the Fett pop and somebody tried to claim that it was damaged or whatever because they didn't know about the dent in the helmet and all that?
Yeah, it wasn't me that it happened to, but somebody was talking about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was hilarious.
Hey,
I was like, oh my gosh.
Did y'all see Dr. Applesauce's video on Instagram today of his kid opening the gift box?
It was awesome.
It's so cute. And I commented on it, and Will commented back immediately. I love that about Will. If you comment on one of his videos, he will comment back.
Yeah, Will's
You know
good.
how hard it is to comment back on YouTube? And I don't have that many comments, but to go and reply to everybody, he will literally reply to every comment he gets.
There's a couple of actors that do that too, that like will Teddy Sears, who did Zoom in The Flash. I don't know if you guys watch The Flash or not, but like the television show, the actor who did Zoom, he's also Jay Garrick from a different timeline. But whenever he does his like stuff on Instagram, he typically replies to everyone. He is
That's
amazing. Awesome. He's one of the actors that I know that we've worked with him a little bit. I actually ended up going to a comic book store with him and getting some stuff there. And it's funny because like people don't really know who he is, but then like they do the like, he seems really and the dude's like, I'm 6 foot, all right, so like I don't look up to a lot of people typically, and he's like,
you'll look up to me, it's fine. And
I'm like, dude, he's tall. But he's awesome guy. He's really cool. We actually have another we sent stuff to him when we first got it done for him, because we graded one for him. When we first sent it, apparently like somebody at his agency stole it. So yeah, right. It was an ARC too. It had 2 of them in it, and apparently somebody at the agency took it. So we're getting him 2 more.
Man.
So Maria Hill, you know, who played, who was, what am I trying to say?
But if anybody has, let me know. I'm looking for it.
What are you looking for, buddy?
A Zoom, an unsigned Zoom, or the DC
Zoom. I think I have Zoom.
Yeah, the complete black one. or it was like the equivalent to the Marvel Core boxes, the DC equivalent to that had the Jay Garrick in it. I'm
With the
looking for
helmet?
one of each of those.
3.
One of each.
Oh, one of each.
Yeah, because we're
I
going
need
to
my
send
wife to send me a
done.
picture of my DC shelf. I know I
Yeah.
have room.
It's funny because where my dad lives, out in this little town out here in Oregon, right up the road from him, Bruce Campbell has a house. And every now and then he'll jog down the street, down to the corner, and then he'll jog back up the hill and stuff and all that. And if I'm out there working at my dad's house and I see him jogging down, he's a cool guy, super huge nerd. He's all into collectibles, hot toys, all that good stuff.
Wow.
But if I see him jogging by, I'll be like, little goody two shoes, little goody two shoes. And he'll just look at me and he'll flip me off.
Nice.
Guys,
Because he's hilarious, dude.
we're giving away the Diamond Alien. So far, I only have 6 comments on the video and the link. What's up, Chunk? So, Colby Smutters. Yes, that is her name. And
Hey,
if you
Chunk,
go
what's
look
going on, buddy?
on her Facebook, she did one of the reading across America or whatever it was and read this little story. She is so like down to earth because I saw her through Hot Toys or Sideshow showing her coming to pick up her hot toy of Agent Hill. So I went to her Facebook page and she was reading this story and my kids watched it too and it was awesome. She seems down to earth. But if you haven't gone and left a comment and followed his page, go do it. He's like, oh, I have 199 too. And I'm like,
I didn't realize, man. I was like, oh, God, I'm slow tonight. Shoot.
let me see what she sent me.
So it's one of those nights you just like, just going with it. But
I watched, I bought and watched the Sputnik movie the other night. It's a Russian movie about, it's in the 80s, and a Russian cosmonaut and his co-pilot crash land back to Earth because of something happening. It's an awesome movie if you can do subtitles.
Oh.
But it's basically like Venom meets like the Fantastic Four type thing, because they're in space and then something happens and then this monster appears on. But it's like, it's a pretty cool movie.
Nice.
I have to be in the mood for reading.
Yeah, but my thing is there's a guy I watch on YouTube called Mr. H. He does.
Hey, who's your
He does-
daddy? What? Look at Chunk. What do you mean, who's your daddy?
He does reviews on all kinds of stuff. He's like, when it comes to Aliens, Predator, Hellraiser, like any of those lines, like he knows his stuff. He's read all the books, all the comics. Judge Dredd, same thing.
Nice.
And he has a lot of the same opinions about movies I do. Well, he had watched it and he says, I'll get to a point and I'll tell you, okay, spoilers ahead, so turn off it. And he got to that point, and he had already talked about so many points of the movie that I was like, all right, I got to turn this off. I got to go watch it now. And
I'll have
I
to
got
do
to
more
tell
looking.
you, for the equivalent of $2.5 million American dollars, that movie was good.
So can y'all hear the rain coming down?
Right?
Yeah,
No?
it's right here. So how about the fact that I haven't even opened my Black Widow Collector's Core box yet? I opened it, I looked at it, I put everything back in the box.
That was the shirt was really nice. It was a better quality shirt. The Funko shirts that have been coming out have been a lot better recently.
A lot better.
They don't fade as fast.
Dude,
Like-
I got some laughs at work. I wore my Peter Tingle shirt to work one day. And I was like, I brought an extra shirt because I'm like, I'm just waiting.
You know how
Yep.
mad I am about that one? They sent me a medium when I had a 3X ordered. I have to wear a 3X in Funko because it gets too tight in the shoulders. It runs
I
small.
will give $40 to anybody who can find an Ahsoka Funko shirt extra large.
Can't help you there, bro.
No, eBay. I have been scouring. It was a shirt at Hot Topic You know, when Hot Topic did the Funko shirts for a little bit, I've been trying nowhere, like nowhere, or whatever it costs. Let me know and I'll pay it. Like it's been crazy. I've been looking the past like 2 weeks. I normally can find stuff for that, like quick. Can't
What if
find
it's been
anything
worn?
anywhere. Huh?
What if it's been worn?
I'm okay with a little bit of wear.
Yeah, it's
As
called
long as it's
vintage.
an extra large. Huh?
It's called vintage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care.
Go to washer and dryer.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I'm not scared. I've got some older ones that have been.
Yeah, I'm not bougie.
Yeah. Shoot, I got this one when I was out in Dallas because I was out there for a day longer than I thought, and I was like, I literally all I wear is Funko shirts. That's my wardrobe.
Dude,
What I do.
I've got the Chris Sabat video playing just so it'll get you views. When he did the red, white, and blue United States of Smash, that was
Is
awesome.
it that one?
No, here I'll show you. It's on the Funko app. Yeah, I wish we could have played the audio, but we can't.
Is it a little colorful?
Let's just say we let the people be themselves.
So you're there as he's signing, right?
No, we were actually at his house for that.
So are you the one handing him boxes?
Yep.
So if it didn't come with anything special, he signed it in whatever color he wanted to?
One. Yeah. Say that again.
On some of them, he just decides to put extra stuff?
No, we actually certain ones had like little Post-it notes. That,
Well, I see that. But on some, he'd just sign and that didn't have Post-it notes, and some he'd leave special messages on. Are y'all feeding him what he needs to write?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean I was feeding him, like, we had everything broken down per person, like, and we actually have a whole new way that we're going to do it in the future, because I straight up asked him, I was like, hey, what can we do that would be easier and make it better, and for you, and I spent probably a good like 15 minutes talking to him about like how we can do it better. So this next one that we're doing is going to be friggin' amazing. If you guys are looking to get something done by him, I could send the link to the person that's taking pre-orders for it. Just ask me for that, and I'll give you the link of the person that's doing pre-orders for that. The only thing that you have to realize is, I don't know what the price points are for anything, and I don't discuss that. I don't discuss that at all. But it's going to be more obviously for personalization than just a straight up signature. So that was another thing. Some people were asking for these like ridiculously long like phrases, and it's like, oh my gosh. And Chris kind of understood that it wasn't me that had all of that. It was the sponsor, because they sponsor us to go there. So, but we've learned, that was the first one that we did. We've learned, we know exactly what to do now and everything. So it's just gonna keep going and go smoother and faster now.
So he got mad at some of the stuff people wanted?
Oh, some of the stuff, like, he couldn't fit like these long phrases in there, and it was funny because like if you watch the video, you'll see him start like crossing stuff out and write sorry on the Post-its, and he just like does whatever he wants. So it's like there is some funny stuff even if you're just watching the video because there's no audio to it. But like you can see him just like,
it says pin color and quote and has nothing on it.
huh?
It says pin color and it's blank, and it says quote and it's blank.
Yeah, like some of the like there's one I think that is like, if Chris wants to do something inspirational, write something inspirational. If not, it's just whatever. And he goes, yeah, whatever. He just like
Perfect.
So isn't it Broly that he'll write on and make fun of? Isn't that the one, or is it Deku or one of them characters?
There was one I think in like the 100 range where it was a Goku. The audio for that is freaking hilarious. He's like, you'll see him. I'm not signing this. Yeah.
Didn't I send that to you? Or did you get that one from
No, this is the one that Puppeteers hooked me up
So
with.
this one got signed by Sean Gunn. He was there with what's his name, Michael Rooker, that played Yondu. I got both their pops, but he was sitting over there bored at his table and nobody was walking up. They don't have Gilmore Girls pops. So on the side, he decided to personalize Captain's Got to Teach stuff.
And you know, the guy who does Kraglin is also Rocket, right?
Really? No, I didn't know that.
He is also the person who does the CGI for Rocket.
He's Kirk. He can do anything.
He's awesome. I talked to him a little bit. The girl who does Nebula, oh my God. Amazing. She's gorgeous.
I finally canceled my pre-order on her hot toy. When it becomes available, I'll just buy it.
I met her. I'm looking up there. Yeah, I got Nebula's Taserface, the guy who does Taserface. He's awesome. We got him we graded something for him. John Glover, who was in Smallville, who was Lionel Luthor. He also did the voice for the Riddler in the animated series.
Oh, cool.
So see, when I go to stuff, I look up everything. Most people will have a pop somehow in what they've done, and I'll come up and they're kind of, if it's like a person that's kind of like, you actually know that, they're like impressed. They're like, yeah, cool. And let's see.
Oh my gosh. I'm watching him trying to write out a paragraph and still have room for a signature on a Glow Chase special edition box.
Yeah.
And he did it. So how much more did y'all charge on that signing for?
I don't do any. I didn't do any of the pricing for that. I don't. It's the sponsors pay them directly for it. So they only get paid for the certifications for the or the verification, and we have a payment that we get, like a set amount for travel that we get paid for. So what we get paid for is we get paid $10 per signing for verification and for stickering, because we sticker and we have verification numbers just like anybody else. And then we have a set amount for, depending on where we're going, pretty much kind of like a per diem, like how much for us to go for how long. So, and then we have travel costs for each item. So it's like, I think $1 per item there and back. So if you want to send everything to us, we'll carry everything out there for $1 and we'll bring it back for $1. And people go, well, some people were at first were like, well, why is that? I was like, because I got to take everything from my car to whatever hotel room I'm in, and I got to make sure that it's safe. You don't want me leaving it outside. You don't want it getting hot. You don't want any of that stuff happening to it. So $2 per item there and back is not. Or you can send it to whoever's signing it. You can do that, and then we take it with us. So then you only have to pay for one way. But
okay, so let me ask you this.
Yeah.
The signings that y'all do the video service for,
yeah,
how do people find out about the signings? Are they on your website with a link to the?
That's one thing that we're building up right now. So it's either the fact that we offer it is for the people that want to sponsor those events, and then what we will do, like the person that's doing this one in like November timeframe, what we'll do is we'll put up their link and say, hey, this person's sponsoring a thing for this person. Go there to their site to get your orders done.
Good. Yeah,
we typically do.
The beginning or towards the beginning of the year, I was looking for
Good night, Jared.
Sean Austin, and then eventually I'd like to do the Sandlot group. But
yeah.
Sean Austin's one that I want to get.
So if you send him a Goku, is that the one he writes funny stuff on?
He prefers not to get them. I'll be 100% honest. He does not. The only Gokus that he likes to do are the ones that he destroys, and that costs $100 for him to do that.
Because isn't Goku like his enemy?
Yeah,
I heard he'll write some pretty unfiltered stuff on those boxes.
Yeah.
Like if you have a box and feel free to write whatever you want, would he have fun with that, or would he still be pissed?
I will tell you 100% when you're doing these signings, every person that I've been with, tell them what you want. And keep it short. Like 5 words. Like keep it short.
So your favorite line when you destroyed Goku? Can you do that? Or do you need to literally write out word for word?
Say what you want.
Yep, very specific.
Because I'll tell you, when I've got like 200 of these,
yeah,
we want to go. Like the way that I have it lined up is I've got it lined up by color, not this past video, but no, we've learned since then.
Yeah.
Jarhead, show that shirt that Sean wants again. Eric might have found it.
What?
Oh, he didn't. I know. I was looking for it.
Okay. Well, he said he found a bunch, but he wasn't sure what it looks like.
Really? Pen color red.
Hey,
quote,
Eric, check it out. There it is.
Yeah, his phone's focusing more. I got that privacy screen on mine, which doesn't allow it to focus. But now here, let me show you the one that I have real quick. Hold on. Everybody likes to see the damaged one.
So I want to say when Ace was putting out, or Zobi was putting out pre-orders for, what was it, Chris Helmsworth, that it was like $250 for the signature, extra $250 if you wanted your name on it, an extra $150 you wanted it personalized or some shit like that.
Wow.
For what now?
Chris Helmsworth, how much it costs to add a personalization and your name. It's out of this world.
Like if you had a pop that was signed by Chris Hemsworth and personalized, I think it's almost a $500 pop just on that alone.
They added another $250 for him to personalize it.
Yeah, well, no, and the reason behind all this is it takes time. That's the biggest thing. Like I was saying, the thing that we have set up now for this next thing that we're doing is we're gonna have everything stacked up by color, by personalization, by everything, and we're gonna be able to go through 200 in like maybe an hour now. So, but like I was saying, this is the destroyed one that got a.
Oh, that's cool. A 1.
Wait, what?
Yep, it was destroyed by him. He burned it. He crushed it.
Nice.
He filled the head full of coffee. We had like a 15-minute video of him just like wrecking it. And the crazy thing is this was one of the like first ones that he kind of did stuff to, and we did it literally just for shits and giggles. And now he charges $100 to do something like that, and people do it. People do it.
So
it's crazy.
He destroy his own pop, and he gets paid to do it. I wonder what he would do if you sent him a Goku and asked him to destroy it.
He'd probably destroy a Goku. What he typically does with the Goku ones is he'll paint marker them up. He did that for somebody. I can't remember who he did it for, but he did like 20 of them. They were all like paint markered up, and it was crazy. But they go for a pretty penny. I mean, and it's just destroyed. Like, but.
So we got a 1.0 grade because 1's the lowest you can get?
Lowest 1 is the lowest that you can get when you still have the entire pop and still have the entire box.
But isn't that technically a custom pop?
It's a remark.
So the fluffy pop that he did 40 of, rose gold, double signed, hand numbered.
Technically, it's a custom. If you want to get real technical, technically it's a custom. Because that's not the way that it came from Funko.
So when
because
Kitty
he paid someone
sends me the Reptar done up as Blucas, which is my logo. So Kitty Samsworth, I sent him a Reptar, and they're going to do him up as a Diamond Blucas for me. I'm going to send him in to get graded and vaulted just because Lucas doesn't take his pop out of box. We keep his dinosaurs out of box on the shelf. I bought him the Dilophosaurus Chase today. It was on Spastics Drop at a good price. I also bought a 2-pack of Dorbs on the drop. I hate Dorbs, but it was Crusader and Crusaderette, and I have those pops. I love those pops. I like the green of ECCC. I didn't know they had a Dorbs pack, but I bought it. And it was like,
so if you got that custom one, it'd be a custom, and if you get a purple label then.
Could it get a blue label anyways? No.
Can't. I wish I could, and I know why you want the blue label, but I can't. It's just that's what we have. It's I mean,
don't think he'd truly care though.
huh?
I don't think he'd truly care.
Yeah, and we've had so many. We've had everything up to getting bribed for 10s. You know.
Wow.
We've had it. People
now,
were,
I was surprised that Mike got an 8. I'll be honest with you. I was surprised. Yeah. I thought his box was better than Sully's.
Yeah, it's. I don't think I don't. Whenever I know the people, I don't even do the pops. I don't grade them. I got the other person who grades them, and if I actually know the people that they're going to, I don't touch them.
That's good.
And that's why it's good having a couple of people that grade. Because
so
if I like,
on my Grievous,
I wouldn't touch them.
So you haven't done any of my pops?
Nope.
That's a good thing.
Yep.
Keeps the honesty in it.
Exactly. Because then when people go, why'd you do that? I'm like, now if we talk after the fact, like I didn't know you, and then we start talking, I may have, but I'll probably tell you that somebody else did it. But with yours, I didn't do those. I know that I didn't do those. Because during that time, there was a lot of other like hardcore Freddies that came in. You saw them the last time we were on. I was working on those during that. So
I love the fact that instead of being upstairs where you've got all the cool stuff, you're sitting in front of your Overwatch collection.
This is my own stuff.
I think this is the only time I've seen somebody be proud of an Overwatch collection. No offense.
And that's the entire Overwatch collection. Every single one, thank you very much, including sticker changes.
So, funny story on that Jeff Dunham pop. I mentioned it earlier, and we're about to do the drawing for the giveaway. So, I haven't posted. Christina just posted a few minutes ago. Well, that's been a little while. Let me paste it again. If you haven't gone to that video and done the Pop Life Toys sent me without the space, because YouTube does that automatically, go do it. It's the VBGS doing the Chris Sabat signing. I have it muted, letting it play. And we got him over 200 subs today. Woo! Yeah. And I had 4 pops he needed, so my art is getting sent back for free, which is nice. So I'll have 2 more. George Sanderson's going to come to you. If he turns out to be a fake, then I'll just get you I'll email you the label and you can.
Yeah.
But I don't think you will with the seller.
No, and like I said, it's always a big thing is to consider your source, and we always do that.
It even had the Disney Store barcode over the original barcode.
Yeah, and that's another thing. And whenever there's stickers that's over stickers or stuff like that, we always tell people leave them on because they won't affect the grade. Now,
I hate Hot Topic stickers. I peel them off if they're my personal pop.
I will say that if you do have, I do recommend now normal stickers that come on it. So like if you get something from GameStop and it's got that big $4.99 sticker, that doesn't normally come on it, and I know that. So don't try to do that. Or people have set stuff in that have got like these big rectangular stickers on the window. I'm like, that's not normal. That's not how it went to anybody. Nobody slapped a big sticker on the front of the window. People don't do that. Then we have a what's the fee? What is the word I'm looking for? A conditioning fee, I guess. Like if you want us to remove stuff or something like that, we'll condition it like with the one sticker. Like we'll put the adhesive on and try to condition it a little bit better. It's almost like if you try to get a comic book pressed or something like that, or try to get something like that. We'll work with as much as we can. I worked on a there was another one. There was a Ghostbuster one that came through that there was paint on the inside panel on the window. I can get that off.
From the pop itself?
Yep.
What about the Clockwork Orange pop where his nose will hit that window? Can you
the new ones or the old one?
The new ones.
that's kind of just part of it. Unfortunately, that's if it does hit it, it's also what is it? There's one that there's the top the oh
It was the birds from NYCC. They would just fall out of their thing and their beaks would hit that.
that's another thing. There's another one.
The
We saw one
Maleficent.
back that just wasn't staying in the insert, and it was killing me. Like, I think I ended up taping the insert because this was back before they had the little like clips on the insert. I ended up taping the insert down with some clear tape so it would stay. The feet wouldn't wobble around in it, but
So funny thing about that, Entertainment Earth sends out black box pops when they put up blue box pictures. But if I'm not mistaken on this guy, yeah, it's still the old insert. So this is a 2020 Mark pop in the old insert.
Yep. Because there's so many of them were made.
Because why?
So many inserts were made that they've got tons.
Well, I like that they do a re-release in a different color box, so people with, like, say, the blue box of 04 Leia, that pop is more valuable.
That's the thing. People, that's just starting now to actually hit and make a difference to people. People are finally kind of understanding, and they're able to decipher the numbers on the bottom now, and they're able to tell first runs from second runs. We're about ready to see a whole new shift in paradigm of a pop, like an earlier release that's going to be more valuable than a later release.
It's going to be like fig pens when you have the first run, the second run, the third run in the app.
Yeah. I mean, people just used to just be like, oh, well, what's the difference? Well, there is a difference. It's like the 2017 All Might versus the 2019 All Might.
Yep.
It still has the 2017 sticker on it, which is,
Honestly, I don't care. I'd take one of the newer ones.
All right,
I did too.
Guys, we've got 7 comments on the video, so somebody's going to do pretty good. But of course, I looked it up on the wrong Chrome stream, so let me copy it over and type all the information in. Go grab the link and put it back. Go grab that. All right, let's get our comments. I've got 7. Okay, so it matches. All right, let's share the screen. Chrome tab.
Oh.
All right, so y'all can see it just like I can see it. All right, I'm going to give y'all 1 more minute to get your names in and follow if you haven't. We will be giving away the Diamond Alien as promised in Thursday night's video. And if you don't win and you need one, I've got 1 more that's not mine. All right, let's refresh it 1 more time. All right, good luck, everybody. Oh, it's Eric.
Yay, Eric.
Congratulations.
Eric just sent me an A-OK. That's awesome. So
Nice.
There we go. Eric got it. He said he needed it too.
He did say he needed it.
Yep. The way I don't.
I gotta find the Chase Toilet Ninjas this weekend.
He's like,
Did
I
your other
got-
one show up?
They'll be here next week.
Yeah, his local shipping sucks. You got to like double box to heck and back if it's going to him. Of course, Eric. He got a Harry Potter pop Neville Longbottom from the new releases, and he doesn't collect Harry Potter. And he knows me and my oldest have a very extensive Harry Potter line. In fact, we have the entire Yule Ball set, including Ron, which is getting expensive.
Nice.
And he sent it to me, and then he included the pins that come when you pre-order the in-game or the Avengers game. Well, I pre-ordered it, didn't get the pins. My store said we didn't get them. We're hoping to get them with the release. And my store manager is the new one because the old one wasn't legit. Like, he was one of those GameStop managers.
Yeah.
He doesn't goof around with stuff. If it's there to be released, he puts it out. If he gets new stuff in, it goes out the next morning on the counter. And they don't goof off. Now, there's something that comes in that they know I've been trying to get. Like, I pre-ordered one Revan and thought I had pre-ordered 3. And that's still debatable, but I'm going to give them I'm going to give them the win on this one and say that I messed up. They had told me that if any more came in, they would try to hold 2 more so I could get the 3 that I thought I'd pre-ordered. Well, 2 came in. One was a pre-order from somebody. The other one was in the back for me, and they forgot to call me to tell me to come get it. They sold it. I would have gotten in my cart and instantly
I had to go in and get the obelisk. It was actually for my nephew. Like, this was my nephew's 15, and they're just like, I got one that's 15 and one that's 13. And he actually paid his own money for this thing. I said, look, like, I don't mind if you mess up on my stuff, but you guys better call me on this one.
On Revan?
And I was like,
so ask me how I got my Harry Potter 18-inch for $61.
how?
I walked in, found it sitting on
Nobody
the
else
floor,
wanted it.
on the sales floor with dents and dings in it. So I got box damage, military discount, and then we're sorry we forgot to call you about your pre-order that's been here for 2 weeks sitting on the sales floor.
I've got 3 or 4 GameStops in the area, and not a single one of them is worth anything. I've tried pre-orders at all of them. None of them call.
So mine is better depending on who's working because the assistant manager ran the Lego store here, and the Lego store closed because of a shooting that happened in our mall in holiday season, in the Galleria holiday season last year, and it tanked their sales, so they left. Well, they gave all those employees a little severance package and sent them out the door and let them buy a bunch of stuff half price.
A bunch of Lego sets.
Yeah.
Man, I would go nuts.
Well, they were able to get stuff that we can't get, and they flip for there's a lot of money in Lego sets. Like, I'm like, hey man, I just want some Star Wars to build. I don't need none of the crazy. He said, I've got this Luke's X-Wing is such and such. I'm like, I said I didn't need that. He said, well, that's really all I've got left of Star Wars. And I'm like, well, that doesn't help me.
The one cool thing about Lego, I don't know if you guys know this, they have a room at Lego. Like, I can't remember wherever Lego's from. I can't remember where it's from.
Not here.
Every single set ever in a warehouse, in a fireproof warehouse, still in its original box for every single one. And it's literally all the way back to Lego used to make wooden ducks was their first thing that they ever sold. That was before Legos existed.
Didn't What's Inside do the tour inside of that room? And they've done some cool stuff. I watched them and their family videos.
I was like, they went to the very left, the furthest left that you could get, and they're in those spinny lock things, when you have to spin them ridiculously, almost like a bank vault, and the first door opens up and you've just got all these wooden toys on one side, and you're just and they got the first Lego brick in there and everything, and they walk over to gloves and they pick up, they're this was the first, this is what all, it's like picking up the DNA of Jango Fett for all the clones. This is where it came from. And you're
it's crazy.
So, and then they go, all right, now let's go over to 2005 and do a little spin thing. And every single Star Wars set, all the Bionicles are up there, and you're ah! And they're still perfect sets, just the way they were That the way they went to stores, one
Well,
of every single one lined up, and you're just like, oh my
they've
god.
done some really cool stuff, like the multi-million-dollar underground bunker doomsday shelter that they got to go in.
Oh yeah,
And
dude,
the old silo, dude, the YouTube play button factory.
I would my like end all be all one day when I have the space and time, whenever the heck that is to still do a Millennium Falcon. I mean, uh,
You talking
it's
about
like
the really big
$800
one?
now though.
You talking about the really big one?
Oh yeah,
I've got the normal sized one.
I'm talking the massive one, or even the Star Destroyer that they have now, which is even bigger. They actually had, when I just went down to Disney, they had the Star Destroyer. Mother of God, that thing is like,
They had it built like in glass for you to see.
yeah.
So Lego
Lego
does the like Lego Across America, where they bring the builds, the statues, the buildings to our mall every year for you to see, and the kids can go around the stations and build little Lego figures.
Yeah.
Some of those things are like the White House, how detailed it is, and they tell you how many bricks are in, and you can literally see where they separate the sections, and they say they go into some of the most protective cases you can imagine. Because if one brick falls off in shipping, we literally have to go through and figure out where it goes, especially on a building like the White House, where you could have 20,000 of the exact same brick.
Yeah. Well, the cool thing that they're doing now, which is so cool. This was, I think it was like part of the Toys That Made Us or something like that. They are now going through, and they have a new person that is making Braille instructions for all of their sets for blind kids.
You talking about like all the way back?
Well, they started at a certain point, and they're going through. So like, and they have a certain website. Not only they're doing Braille and audio build sets for blind kids.
Now, I will tell you, building through the Lego app is so much better than building through the books.
Well, yeah,
but
and
I still
break it up by steps now. I think in certain so you don't just have the whole friggin' thing of Legos right there. You actually have each step, like, yeah.
So we built the Bugatti Chiron, like the 16, 14 inch, whatever it is, 12-pound Bugatti Chiron. Yeah, me and my 9-year-old built that.
I want the Shelby.
He wants more Technic. I hate Technic with a passion.
Some of the Technic's cool.
Some of it's cool. Now, the builder at my Lego store told me, I said, where's the Chiron? He said, when we were rearranging the front part of it, something got broken, and I wasn't fixing it. He said, that is my most hated build I've ever done. So we had something off where the headlights didn't quite sit even. It was one little piece, 50 steps back, wasn't snapped in the right hole, and it was one hole. You know how long it took me to figure it? I spent 4 hours going through the books on the front end to figure out, because you start on the front and then you go to the back and then you build more on the front. Or the helmets that are rated 18 and up. My 9-year-old built 3 of the 4. So we have all 3 Star Wars. We have Iron Man. He also built like, what is he, like 12, 13-inch Hulkbuster. And he built Yoda by himself. He wants to be an engineer, and he wants to build engines for hypercars. That's what he wants to do.
There you go.
We play Forza. He makes fun of me because I drive a tricked out Ram or some other truck and play the off-road courses, and he's driving hypercars, and I'm like, you can't drive them. They're not drivable with the controller. It's not possible. And he's like, you're lame. And I'm like, well, I keep winning this race. And when I win, I get so many more points than when I come in 12th in hypercar. But we've had a lot of fun on that game. I need to find a steering wheel and pedal set that's not crazy expensive.
Good luck. They don't exist.
I know.
I had a guy come into GameStop, like he had like a whole rig. I was like, dude, you are in the wrong place. I was like, he's like, hey, here you guys got the steering wheel sets. I was like, dude, whatever you want. And he like showed me a picture of his rig, and it's like three screens, like a full racing seat and everything. I'm going,
Yeah, so
dude, whatever you want, you are not getting it at GameStop.
he probably does iRacing. So Gene, one of the guys that hangs out with us, does iRacing. And it legit, they build simulated cockpits for racing, and they've got their shifters, they've got their e-brakes.
Yeah.
And he's riding, some of them ride in legit race car seats that are strapped down. You see some built out of wood, you see some metal frames, you see some legit stuff, and those side monitors give you that side view as if you were to look to your mirrors. It's crazy. Yeah. And I watched him do one of his NASCAR races, and they're like talking to the other drivers. And if you bump somebody, sorry, man, it gave me a clear on right side. Because your crew chief is telling you, hey, you're clear to move to the right. And it's ridiculously legit. But something really funny I saw. So my PC, when you get here, you'll see it. I custom water cooled it. I mounted my GPU vertical, and I water cooled it. And my processor's been upgraded. It's the whiteout build. It's got a bunch of blue in it. Long story short, Windows finally released the new flight simulator for 2020. It is crushing the current technology out there right now. Yeah, Gene says it's from a racing truck, and it's awesome. They built that simulator for future technology because it can pull real time. Well, it's probably a minute or two off, but traffic control data, the public traffic control data. So if you see an AV plane taking off on a runway, they were literally taking off on that runway a minute ago. You can fly over your neighborhood, and based on the graphic settings, you can see your house from Google Images. That's how far they've taken this. And one of the crazy companies did a 2020 sim build for the flight simulator and literally had the highest of high technology in it. And on Ultra, you were getting 30 to 40 frames a second. If you can get consistent 60 frames a second on that, it's amazing right now. And we're talking about running like a Threadripper or a Intel 10th Gen 9900K that's overclocked like hell, and you got a freaking NVIDIA Titan in there. Or, I mean, and we're talking like, take a normal processor that's higher end, like mine was 325, I think. You're talking anywhere from $2,000 to $12,000 and up for some of these Threadrippers that have 64 cores in them. I mean, it's crazy. And that is like what people that edit video and do that kind of stuff for a living and data analysis have to use because of how much is running. And Windows Simulator, Flight Sim destroys it.
When I flew, that was nice and fun. I got my pilot's license 4 years ago.
I want my pilot's license. I want it. I want it.
Huh?
I want my pilot's license.
I got it because military paid for it because it was considered lab work for my degree.
I hate you.
Man, the paperwork that I had to fill out.
Did I GI Bill and do it, or I would have?
It took me 2-3 months filling out the paperwork, but it was considered a lab, and I got all the paperwork filled out and everything paid for.
So I'm doing my second. I'll finish my second bachelor's degree the month my GI Bill runs out.
I got mine, and it didn't do anything for me, so I started a company.
So mine did, because working for Social Security, they do recent graduate programs, and that's about the only way to get in from the outside. So working there, I was able to apply for the recent grad program, and if you're a vet, you get 6 years from the time you get your degree to still be in the recent grad program. And because of that, the people that got hired inside were like the old people that had been there for forever, and it was finally time to give them a promotion. But I went from a GS5, which is like $32,000 a year, to a GS7, and then a year later a GS9. So I'm sitting at a GS9 right now, less than 3 years with the agency, but at 54 weeks, because everything goes by the year factor with the government. At 54 weeks, they moved me in a lateral move into one of the modules out of the mail center to put me where I could actually do work. And I mastered the job I was doing to the point that they were finding work for me to do, because at 10, I was emailing them, hey, I have no work to do. And that was unheard of. So as you go up the food chain in the modules, your work gets more and more towards the legal adjudication of stuff.
Yeah.
Before it goes to a judge that literally decides your case if you push it that far. So I was typing these notices that had legal standings with them. They could take them to court if they didn't like what was typed in them. So it was a lot of personalized stuff and herons. And I'm building these notices, and they get some of them back within an hour. And I got an email from one, dude, how? I said, I realized you send this notice a lot, so I just made a copy of it and saved it and scrubbed all the information out of it. So I have a shell of the notice. That was 2 weeks after I started that job. I was in that job for 3 months when I found out I was going to be a benefit authorizer. I'm almost 2 years into that job, and I still feel like I'm playing Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader at least twice a day.
God.
The problem is instead of making everything better, they just add new parts. So I'm working right now on two 28-inch monitors that I bought when I came home to work from home, because right now we're still not in the building. I still don't have enough room that I don't have to juggle between apps.
Yeah. Just let me throw some shit on.
That's crazy.
We just had two people walk away.
See you in a bit. All right, bye.
So, no.
All right, I gotta get going. I got a friend that needs some help, so I will catch you all later.
Later, brother.
Thanks out, Jarhead. I'm going to bed. So you
I was about to say, that's what I was about ready to say too.
Yeah, we've done the 2 hour and 20-minute stream. We did our giveaway. Congratulations, Eric.
Yeah.
I managed to have pops that Sean needed, so my arc's going right back, and I already know what's going in it. We got James Rhodes going and George Sanderson. We'll get to Captain Rex eventually.
Oh yeah, all in time.
And the shock trooper. When I got that shock trooper, it was $75.
What's that now?
200. It's at 165 last I looked. It topped 200 the other day. Luke's over $1,000. First time I've ever owned a pop with a PPG over $1,000.
Yep.
It's crazy where they're going. But Jetta said something. Now I want y'all to give y'all one last food for thought. Talking about hot toys, but it falls into pops too. Right now, Marvel, a lot of it isn't carrying the PPG it should. But when the new Marvel movies come out, you'll see a trend where Star Wars will start to go down and Marvel will go up. So talking about hot toys, he said, now's the time to buy Marvel. Wait to buy Star Wars until Black Widow comes out. And then you'll see people dumping their hot toys. It's the same thing with pops. So I told him I had Luke and Han as Stormtroopers and what their value was in one of his member-only live chats. And he said, sell them now. And I'm like, no. I could put them up in a waffle at probably a $3,000 value, and I'd have people jumping to get in it because they're that rare and they're graded.
Yep.
You know he's tired when he's laying down.
Yep.
Well, guys, I'm going to sign off. It was a blast having y'all. Pop. We will see you later.
Hey, we'll see you, Sean, buddy.
I'll be around, no problem.
Sean, thank you so much for being here and being a sponsor of the channel. We love you. I can't wait for you to see the shop if I ever get it cleaned, especially when all the new stuff gets in here.
Once that lightsaber gets in, we'll figure it out.
And I will probably send you home with a bunch of charity pops to give away or do something with that I need to get rid of.
Cool. Sounds good, man.
All right, guys. Y'all be blessed. I'm going to drop you out, Sean, and sign off. All right, guys. I tell you 3 things every time we see you. Do something today to make tomorrow better. Help somebody in need. And never take anything for granted. This is your boy Pop Life Toys, and we're out.